Most people that talk to you online about how to make money and how to become financially free and financially independently free from the system and not work a job and become free with enough income as to be able to travel the world and do whatever you want. There's one thing that they're very good at, which is convincing you or persuading you that what they're talking about can come very quick, very easily, and very fast, and they don't really talk about what and how and what it's going to cost you in order to what are you going to actually need to build in order to get that passive income. And so today I wanted to shed a bit of light on that. So over the past 4 years, for a bit of context, I've been studying how to become a businessman, how to become an entrepreneur, how to make money online, and how to create my own business in order to live within my means and be able to travel the world and do a bunch of fun and cool stuff and provide for my family and loved ones. And so over these past 4 years, I've been told a lot of different things by a lot of different people. And so the one clear thing that became obvious was that most of these people have a lot of empty promises when they actually think about it. It's like, oh, buy my course, or oh, learn this, or hey, sign up to this, subscribe to this. And it's very rare for one of them or some of them to actually give you a good system or a good strategy in order to actually make a living online that is not something that they are currently getting out of you. Because if you're buying a course on how to create a course to sell to course sellers to fucking whatever, you're basically entering the pyramid scheme that they've created. It's like, hey, I'm going to create this pyramid scheme on how to get rich quick, and the people that join, I'm going to tell them how to become a pyramid schemer, so that way they can create their own pyramid, and then the people they teach, they can create their own pyramid, and then it just becomes very stupid at the end of the day, because nobody ends up making any fucking real amount of money and value in society. So instead, what I've decided to do is learn from a set type of people that actually provide value to businesses and learn skills and things that are actually extremely valuable in the global marketplace. So a couple of these things would be things like strategic marketing, learning how to do e-commerce, learning how to do video editing and directing movies and videos, and how to create content on social media, how to navigate the landscape on social media, because it is one of the biggest things, biggest assets, biggest elements that you can take advantage of in today's world. Because if you have a phone, or if you have a camera or a computer, you can create content for free, basically. And it's going to allow you to communicate to a lot of people if you know how to do it in a very, I guess, persuasive way is the correct word that I was looking for. And so what I wanted to talk about today is most of these people don't actually talk a lot of about the real things that actually go into becoming this very valuable individual and that has a lot of passive income, because it's actually not that fucking easy to create passive income. What you need to do first, and I'm talking to all of you ambitious guys that are from a middle income household that don't have any riches, don't have any wealth, don't have any parents that can just lend them money at fucking any time, anywhere. I'm talking to you guys that are broke, that feel annoyed, that feel pissed off that you don't have what you want. Because that's what I used to be, and that's what I still am. So the whole point of get rich quick is just a scam. If somebody says you can get rich quick, they're probably in it to sell you something, or to scam you, or to make a quick buck out of you, or to persuade you that they have some, it's basically not good. Most of the time, getting rich quick is the sure way to actually ruin yourself. Not only in a moral and ethics way, but also in a financial way, because usually you're getting scammed out of something. So instead of looking at that, what I started looking into is okay, I've been 4 years into the journey, so what have I learned so far? Well, so far I've learned that you don't actually get rich quick. You don't actually make money fast. You actually have to learn. The most important part is to learn how to make money. Learn how to provide value. Learn how to think in an effective and strategic and efficient way in order to provide value to other people so that they pay you money in exchange. Because money doesn't just come out of nowhere. Money is a direct correlator between you providing value to somebody else and them sending you money in exchange. It's very simple. So in that case, how do you start making tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars? Well, you need to become a more valuable individual. You need to create a system. You need to become the kind of person that actually provides value to so many people that you are going to get rewarded in exchange with a lot of money. And the internet is a perfect tool in order to become that valuable individual, because you can put yourself and you can put your service or your product in front of thousands and hundreds of millions of people. And you can say, hey, this is what I do. I can solve this problem. And if you communicate it in an efficient way, you can get so much out of your time in terms of money that you can indeed create that passive income. But it doesn't just come out of nowhere, all right? Passive income is most likely the hardest thing to build, because you need to create systems in order for that passive income to be generated in the first place. Passive income doesn't just come from you working and working and working. It comes from you working in a smart and efficient way to create a system that is self-sustainingly creating value for people. There's something that is never ending. So maybe it's like I mentioned at the start of this video, maybe it's selling a course to people, and people consume the course and then they pay you a monthly subscription, and every month you get a certain amount of money that comes out of that. See? But then you need to cater to these people. You need to make sure that they feel like they need to keep pursuing and keep purchasing that membership, or else the money is going to dry up. So it's very rare for you to be able to create a system that actually is self-sustaining. Like, you need people to manage it. You need to make sure everything is correct, everything is providing value to somebody, so that you can actually passively gain income from it. It takes a long time to build, I'll tell you that much. I have been progressing over the past 4 years in developing my skills, but I'm nowhere near passive income yet. Nowhere near. And so it might take you less time, it might take you more time than I've taken over the past couple years in order to build yourself passive income, if that's what you want. But passive income doesn't come from working. Passive income comes from when you don't have to trade anything else and you get money in return. Passive income comes from you building a system that generates so much value over an indefinite period of time that people pay you money for it. It's like creating a video game, and people buy it, and they keep buying it, and they buy it, and they buy it, and they buy it, and they buy it, which is why the video games that are usually free offer a bunch of paid things. Oh, hey, you can buy gems for this, or hey, you can buy skins for this, or hey, you can buy emotes for this. And people keep buying it because it's an emotional purchase, and they keep going through the loop. And it's like every single time they play the video game with their friends, they want to flex on their friends. It's like, hey, I bought the emote, or hey, I bought the skin, or hey, I bought the da-da-da. And they go through this loop over and over and over and over again. And that's why a lot of video games make like a lot of money. So you have to think for yourself, like, okay, well, what kind of skills do I have that can allow me, that can help me to create this source of passive income? Well, maybe you don't have any skills right now. And in that case, that should be your first checkpoint. Okay, what skills am I going to learn in order to make that passive income? How am I going to learn the things I need to learn in order to create a source of passive income? Am I going to just work forever until I'm 100 years old? Or am I going to find a way to create that passive income so that later in life I can reap the rewards and the benefits of my work, and I can focus on better and different things? Maybe you really have like a side project or a side hustle or a something that you want to do like in your later years, like a passion project. But in that case, to get there, you need to have all of your base stuff covered. So if you don't build passive income or you save up money, then in that case, you'll have to work until your very last day. And that's not very great, right? Not everybody wants to work. I do, because I'm in a period of my life where I want to work, and I feel like I need to give back to society because I'm young. But that's fine. I might not always be like that. I don't know. I will always want to provide value to others, though. That I do truly believe that. I think that's always going to be a part of me, just being generous and giving people advice and help and just giving back to society. And so I've gotten to a point where it's like, okay, well, if I want to build passive income, then I need to create a system that provides a self-sustaining amount of value to people, and people want to buy it, and I need to communicate that efficiently to others so that they then go see other people and say, hey, buy this. That's what passive income is. So you need to not only be careful whenever you're going out there and I guess talking to people and listening to people, because they're gonna try and sell you on something, and maybe you don't even know it yet, but a perfect example would be something in your mundane day-to-day life that you buy that is sustaining somebody else's passive income. They've created this business that runs by itself, and they don't have to do anything, and in exchange they get money. A good example would be a subscription online. If you have like a subscription for your iPhone, or like some kind of like Spotify or YouTube Music, or if you have a ChatGPT subscription, or if you have a Grok subscription, or if you have I don't know, it could be literally any subscription online. These people that have created these systems have done so in a way so that we buy, and then they don't have to do anything. They just give the work to some tech IT guy, and he say, hey, put an update out every fucking once in a while, and then they don't have to do anything anymore because it's self-sustaining. People buy it, and then on a monthly basis they get charged. There you go. Perfect amount of money. Imagine how many people use ChatGPT Pro. All right, well, maybe like 1 million people. Okay, 1 million people times how much is a ChatGPT subscription for? Maybe like $10 to $15 a month. Okay, well, $15 a month times 1 million people. That's $15 million in a month. Where the fuck did that come from? Oh, well, they created ChatGPT in the first place. All right, well, how do I create something similar then? That's what you need to be thinking about. Okay, if you want passive income, you cannot be thinking, how do I get rich quickly? You need to be thinking, how do I create something sustainable, efficient, that provides value to other humans so that they give me money in exchange? That's the whole process of the equation. That's what I've been thinking about over the past 4 years, and overall, I still haven't found how can I create something, because I've not gotten to a place where I give enough value to people, right? It could be building something over a long period of time. Like, for instance, I'm creating this YouTube channel and I'm posting every single day, and I don't know if it's going to be profitable, but I do hope it is, because I want to provide value to you guys so that you understand and know exactly where you are in life. What are the things that, like, I'm going to give you honestly my 100% truth of like where I'm at, like what I've done, what I've learned, so that I can give back to you guys, so that you can then go in your own life, progress forward, and be like, oh, I took the lesson he was talking about and I made my life better. That's the whole point of this channel. So if I can grow it, and if I can provide as much value as I can to as many people as I can, then in that case, YouTube will reward me with money, right? And then maybe in the future, I'll create an online community where you guys pay a membership to learn and to speak directly to me. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Maybe it'll be free. And then I'll make one-on-one coaching sessions for a paid amount of money. Maybe I'll do that. You know, like, that's what I'm talking about. That's passive income. Because at the same time, like, I could just create a course and record a bunch of pre-recorded videos and then have you pay a membership if you want to get in, and I wouldn't have to do anything. I would just delegate all the fucking work to a bunch of people, and then I wouldn't have to do anything. I would just pre-record stuff and then whoop-de-doo, money in. That's what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, you need to think for yourself, if I want to be financially free, if I want to be financially independent, what do I need to do in order to create that source of passive income? What kind of skills do I need to learn? What kind of systems do I need to put in place in order to get money in exchange for me building this system? Because if you don't, you'll end up slaving away until your very last moment. You'll work until the day you're old and you can't do anything anymore. That's what I'm talking about. Do you want to be 60 years old and still working in a store? No, I don't think you do. Nobody does. All right? So you need to think for yourself, okay, how do I live within my means, and how do I combine saving money and how do I combine making more money in order to grow and to build this system that provides value to other people, so that not only do we progress forward as a civilization, but also do I get passive income so that I can live a better life in exchange. If you don't, then nothing's gonna happen. You're not gonna get any money in return. You're not gonna get any systems created. You're not gonna progress civilization forward, and you're just gonna be a leech on society. You're not gonna do anything. You're either gonna be a useless eater or a leech. And if that's what you want to be, then I hope you click off this video and you leave, because that's not what the kind of people I want to be here and giving value to. And I want you guys to actually go out there and actually make a life for yourself and actually progress and do better on a day-to-day basis. That means the world to me when somebody goes in the comments and said, hey, what you said made a lot of sense, and I did X, Y, and Z, and I learned from it, and I'm really grateful that you gave me the words that entered my brain at the exact same time, and it was like, oh, perfect, this revelation. It's like, I need to do this now, because that's what I needed when I was younger. 4 years ago, I got this revelation. Somebody told me, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Wake the fuck up. And ever since that day, I started asking questions. How can I do better? How can I be more efficient? How can I provide more value to the people around me? How can I do this? How can I get better? How can I... All these questions have the sole purpose as to providing more value and helping others. And money will fall into your lap if you are a highly skilled, highly experienced individual. So that's what you need to think about on your day-to-day basis, like moving up the mountain. How do I become more experienced? How do I become more valuable? How do I bring more skills to the table? How do I become more entertaining? How do I become more energetic? How do I become better in my environment? And then just do that. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me if you watch until this point. Just let me know in the comments. I would like to know who watches the video until the end. And with that said, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any different topic recommendations that you would like me to talk about, feel free to recommend those in the comments. If you have any questions or like some advice, feel free to ask me as well. I'm happy to have a conversation. And with that said, it's a beautiful day. It doesn't matter if the sky is cloudy or if it isn't. We can still get back to work and do more productive things. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.